When the royal family arrived at the Tuileries Palace in Paris, the beautiful building became a gilded prison. Soldiers guarded every gate, and crowds watched their every move. The king was no longer sovereign. He was a symbol, and symbols are easy to break. The revolution surged forward, unstoppable. Debates in the assembly grew heated, and suspicion toward the king and queen multiplied. Whispers spread that Marie Antoinette was sending secret messages to Austria. Fear spread like wildfire, reaching even the countryside. Estates burned, nobles fled, and villages split into factions. France was unraveling. Within Paris, political clubs turned into battlegrounds of ideas. Groups like the Jacobins rose to prominence, demanding the destruction of the monarchy. Their leaders believed France could only be reborn if the old order was completely erased. As tension mounted, the king made a fateful choice. He would escape. Disguised as servants, the royal family slipped out of Paris at night. But in the town of Varennes, their faces betrayed them. A suspicious postmaster recognized the king. Word spread, the militia blocked the road, and the family was forced back to Paris in disgrace. The capital received the news like a hammer to the chest. The king had betrayed his people. Even moderates felt anger rising. Trust was shattered, and once trust is gone, power follows. The assembly struggled to maintain control. Austria and Prussia, alarmed by the chaos, issued the Brunswick Manifesto, threatening Paris if the royal family was harmed. But instead of intimidation, it fueled rage. Parisians believed the king had conspired with foreign powers. Surrounded, betrayed, they demanded certainty. The king had to go. The storm broke on a hot August day. Armed crowds marched on the Tuileries Palace. The Swiss guards, disciplined and loyal, were overwhelmed by thousands. Gunfire echoed, smoke filled the air, and bodies fell on the palace steps. By the end of the day, the palace was soaked in blood, and royal authority was shattered. The people no longer saw a king, they saw an enemy. The monarchy was suspended. A new body, the National Convention, took charge. Young and radical, its members were shaped by revolution, believing compromise was weakness. Among them stood Maximilien Robespierre, a lawyer with sharp eyes and a sharper mind. To him, protecting the revolution justified any measure, and mercy was dangerous. As the convention debated the king's fate, Robespierre and his allies painted Louis XVI not as a man, but as a symbol of tyranny. After days of tensed voting, the verdict was clear. The king would be executed. Across Europe, fear spread. If France could execute a monarch, what would stop others from following? Louis XVI faced his fate with surprising calm. On a cold January morning, he was taken from prison and placed on a carriage. Crowds lined the streets, some shouting insults, others silent, unsure how to feel. The guillotine awaited, a swift and merciful instrument, but also a symbol of finality. He stepped onto the platform. Executioners bound him, positioned the blade, and in a single breath, it fell. The crowd roared. Kings could fall, and now one had. The death of the king marked a point of no return. Without a monarch, France had to build a new world. But tearing down was easier than rebuilding. Marie Antoinette soon followed. Once adored for her beauty, she became a hated symbol of royal excess. Her trial was swift, her execution public. The monarchy, it seemed, was buried with her. Yet the revolution darkened. Robespierre and his allies believed terror was necessary. The guillotine became permanent. Trials grew faster, suspicion deadly. Anyone could fall. Fear ruled Paris, silencing neighbors and imprisoning the very people the revolution claimed to free. Robespierre, once celebrated, grew isolated. His speeches became fiery, prophetic, frightening even his allies. But eventually, the tide turned against him. On a tense July day, he was arrested with his followers. Paris erupted in chaos, but it was too late to save him. The blade he had defended so passionately ended his life swiftly. The reign of terror ended, leaving France shaken to its core.